Hey, Donsel. Donsela? You're back. User experience and user interface. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Is that like coding and things? Bragg knows. I'm glad Bragg's here. Thank you, Bragg. Bragg helps me out a lot around here. Let's see. Trouble on the way. There's the wrapper for programs and buttons and menus. Interesting. So you just must be really smart then, because I mean, it might be, I feel like it'd be cool to learn that stuff. I'm seeing all these, excuse me, there's like excess air in my lungs. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I got nothing. There's there's a lot of streams where people have like really fancy stuff going on. Like you'll redeem a channel point thing and there'll be like an animation that pops up, or there'll be like music that comes out of nowhere, and there's like complex things happening on Twitch. It's like maybe it would be cool to learn that kind of stuff, like how they're doing that, animations and things, but it's very complicated. Why is everybody asking about Seth Rogen ashtrays? I'm not making an ashtray for Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen wishes. Experience is more to do with optimizing the overall experience of iterating with the program the way Apple makes everything super easy and intuitive. Based mostly on monitoring how users interact with things. God, it all sounds so complicated. HTML, CSS, and jQuery. Well, I'm gonna go eat. Well, thank you for the raid. Thank you for being here. Thanks for raiding me after 6 months of school. Really appreciate it. I hope you have a great night and a great dinner. And welcome back to streaming again. Glad you're back. That would have been so funny if he didn't make ashtrays. Instead, someone made it for him. Yeah, do you think he uses his own ashtrays? Because he also sells ashtrays through his company thing that he's been promoting. And I'm like, why don't you just sell your pottery instead of selling the metal ashtrays? Sell the ceramic ones. He could probably sell them for a lot too. Or maybe he does sell them. Would love to be Seth Rogen and have to be able to have a team that can photograph everything and put it up on my site and do all the things. And then all I have to do is just make the pottery. That would be lovely. Pretty sure they make the ashtrays for him. Who? What now? The metal ones? Yeah, he doesn't make those metal ones. But the pottery, he makes pottery. He makes pottery. I don't know if I would say that he had people design all his pottery for him. I don't think I'd say that. Or I wouldn't assume that anyways. But the ones for his company, The one for his company, I don't know about his, like he has a company where he like sells weed and ashtrays and little ashtrays / lighters. And then he has his pottery, which I think is cooler. It's like, who needs an ashtray that's also a lighter when you can have pottery? But that specific ashtray. Or if you're talking about the company with the ashtray stash lighters, yeah, he probably had somebody design that with him. Yeah. I just think pottery's cooler than a metal ashtray that's also a lighter that you have to refill. It just seems like a lot of work. I don't know if he sells his pottery. I feel like it would be really easy for him to sell his pottery. Just anyone would buy his pottery. Which is like, come on. It's so easy when you're already like a guy that's famous to be like, oh, I do pottery all of a sudden. But it's great. Just a little tiny bit jealous. How many hours of firing you'll need to do when you'll get your kiln? Like 1 million? Probably have a fire weekend. Just kidding. It needs a day to cool. So I'd probably have to do like, and I don't know if I want to do like an empty fire. I'll read the manual. Maybe they suggest to do just an empty kiln fire first. But I have a bisque fire and a glaze fire to do. I have a lot to do, yeah. Don't remind me, Sarah, because I know. And I'm trying not to be overwhelmed, but I already feel overwhelmed, which is nice. I wake up overwhelmed. I'm really trying to like find a good balance, you know? But it's hard. Anxiety gets you. It'll get you.